lost his leg. Here he is learning to walk with his new one.
Hey everybody.
Thanks for the thumbs up there. I see that in what passes for wit on the internet, someone responded to news of Alex's amputation by saying, well, at least he gets 50% off on shoes and socks. Ha ha. But as you can see from that video, even that leaden jest is untrue. Alex, welcome to the show. I'm sorry about the lip of the stage because you actually had to hop up onto it. How is it going with your new leg?
It's getting there. It's been a bit of a challenge because I've had some issues internally that we thought was more serious than what it turned out to be. It's now we're going through some heavy prosthetics, physiotherapy, which was the last of you saw yesterday. That's them. I'm now away for 3 months.
Yeah.
That's them wanting to see if I keep the progress I've made. We're getting there. I'm now to one stick.
You have a good attitude that actually requires some determination and some will to maintain. You were tweeting last week that one of your fellow vaccine victims just committed suicide.
That's 4 in the last 5-6 months, Mark. 2 of them were actual people that had COVID, long COVID, or lung haulers as we call them, who it's just been recognised now that long COVID exists. These people got to the stage where they'd had enough. So we've lost 2 long COVID and 2 vaccine injured to suicide because nobody is helping them.
Yes.
And when they go and try and tell the world through social media, they get misinformation from Twitter, or they get banned or suspended, or like myself, you get it from those that took that are pro-vaccine saying you're being anti-vaccine because you're being negative against the vaccine, and you're getting it from the anti-vaxxer saying you took it in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, so we get it from both ends and everywhere in the middle. And when the government put misleading posts, that just lets the whole world into gives abuse. And these people are at a level where you know, you trying to explain the dark places that some of us have to visit. Not because you want to, because you're told that you may not survive the next 24 hours.
Yes.
And then to deal with that trauma, and then you're trying to deal with what's happened to you. You can't do that.
Well, your friend, this latest suicide, there is something lonely and isolating about this. It's also psychologically quite difficult, I would have thought, because if you have a bad car crash or you have a terrible accident and you lose your leg, you understand something has happened to you and it has had devastating consequences, but you survived the car crash and you're lucky to be alive. Here, you just went along, you took a vaccine that everyone from the Queen down says you should take this vaccine, and you wind up losing your leg. Is that tough to deal with? Beyond
belief. And it's special when they tell you that you're making up. That is the hardest part. You know, luckily for myself, I didn't have that medically from the beginning. It was pretty much early confirmed what we were looking at and where this was going. But you know, to know that 1 minute you were perfectly healthy and fit, you know, you're at your work.
No. Have you heard from the government about compensation?
I got awarded, I was the first living person to be awarded the Vaccine Damage Payment Scheme on the 22nd of June. Other than that, no.
Well, since then there's been one more. I mean, it's quite incredible to me. There's only 12 people that the government has decided to compensate, most of whom have actually been on this show, strangely enough.
Yeah.
Do you think they're deliberately slow-walking this? Yes. They've got thousands of applications.
They've got 1,704 applications as of Freedom of Information 2 days ago.
Yeah. I think
52 processed, as you say, 12 payouts, 40 rejected. But they're coming in with 70 claims on average a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's 10 years before we catch up.
Yeah.
You can't do this to people.
No.
You ask people to do the right thing.